India is made up of mountains, plains, plateaus, desert and islands, etc. Earth scientists have attempted to explain the formation of physical features with the help of theory of plate tectonics. Due to internal heat of the Earth, the current of the semi-molten rocks begin to move towards the crust and tear it apart, dividing it into large fragments, called lithosphere or tectonic plates. There are 7 major plates, namely South America, North America, Pacific, Indo-Australian, Eurasian, African, and Antarctic. Tectonic plates are always in the process of moving in one direction or the other. These movements are generally classified into 3 types: A. Diverging plates, B. Converging plates, and C. Transform plates. Geologists have believed that where now Himalayas stand, once there was a vast sea called Trendz. The northern plains were formed as a result of the geological formation made during the different geological periods, as well as a number of processes like weathering, erosion and deposition. The major physical or physiographic divisions of India are the following: the Himalayan mountains, the Great Himalayas or Himadri, the Middle Himalayas or the Himachal, Lesser Himalayas or Shivalik ranges. The northern plains, the Indus, the Ganga, the Brahmaputra. The Peninsular Plateau, the Central Highlands, the Deccan Plateau, the Vindhya Range. The Indian Desert, it lies to the west of the Aravalli Range. It occupies a major part of the state of Rajasthan. The region is dry with hardly any rivers. Luni is the only river in this region. The coastal plains, in the west, A. Konkan, B. Kannad, D. Malabar. In the east, A. Northern Circa, B. Coromandel Coast. The islands, Lakshadweep and Andaman and Nicobar Islands, are the main islands of India. The northern mountains are the major sources of water and forest wealth. The northern plains are the granaries of the country. The plateau is storehouse of minerals, which has played a crucial role in the industrialization of the country. The coastal region and island groups provide sites for fishing port activities. Thus, the diverse physical features of the land have immense future possibilities of development. Delta. It is a triangular deposition of sediment at the mouth of a river. The river becomes slow at the mouth of the sea, so mud and silt settle down, and from the delta. Tributary. A river which joins the main river and increase the volume of water. Plate tectonic. The scientific concept which explains the movements of the different plates of the crust of the earth. Gondwana land, a major portion of the crust which once incorporated Australia, Peninsular India, South Africa and South America. Lagoon, a saltwater lake separated from the sea by the sandbars. Glacier, slow-moving rivers of snow and ice. Perennial rivers, rivers which flow throughout the year. Fold mountain. The fold mountains formed during the most recent major phase of folding in the Earth's crust. Gorge. The steep-sided, narrow and deep valley of a river formed in its upper course is termed as a gorge or a canyon. It is also called an eye-shaped valley. For example, the Brahmaputra Gorge and the Indus Gorge. A rift valley. A rift valley is a valley which has been formed as a result of the subsidence, sinking, of the landmass between two blocks due to faulting. Sand dune, a mound ridge or low hill of loose, wind-blown sand. Some highest peaks of the Himalayas. Peak. Country. Height in meters. Mount Everest. Nepal. 8,848 meters. Kanchenjunga. India. 8,598 meters. Makalu. Nepal. 8,481 meters. Dhaulagiri. Nepal. 8,172 meters. Nanga Parbat. India. 8,126 meters. Annapurna. Nepal. 8,078 meters. Nanda Devi. India. 7,817 meters. Kamet. India. 7,756 meters. Namcha Barwa. India. 7,756 meters. Gurla Mandhata. Nepal. 7,728 meters. The Himalayas have continuous and uneven ranges which lie across the northern part of India. It lies in both India and Nepal. The highest range is Mount Everest in Nepal, which is about 8,848 meters high. The highest peak in India is Kanchenjunga, which is about 8,598 meters. Among the top 10 peaks in Himalayas, Gurla Mandhata is the shortest, which is about 7,728 meters. The Indian desert lies towards the western margins of the Aravalli Hills. It is an undulating sandy plain covered with sand dunes called barchans. This region receives very low rainfall below 150 millimeters per year. It has arid climate with low vegetation cover. Streams appear during the rainy season. Soon after, they disappear into the sand as they do not have enough water to reach the sea. Lunis is the only large river in this region. The glaciers in the Great Himalayas: Gangotri, Yamunotri, Siachen, Aksai Chin, Lying Zeditang, Chaturangi, Bhagirathi, Kharak, Satopant, Kamet, Milam, and Pindari. The passes in the Great Himalayas: Shipki La. It is a mountain pass and border post with a dozen large buildings on the border between India and China. Nathu La. It's a mountain pass in the Himalayas in the East Sikkim region. It ties the Indian state of Sikkim to the autonomous zone of Tibet, China. Bamla. The Bamla Pass is a border crossing between the Tibetan county of Kona and the Indian district of Tawang in Arunachal Pradesh. Imis Pass. It is an international high mountain pass at an altitude of 5,290 meters above sea level, situated between Ladakh, India, and Tibet, China. Kimokal Pass. It is a pass between India and China in Himachal Pradesh. Sikkim. It is situated in the mountains of the Himalayas. Near the entire state is hilly, with an altitude of 280 meters in the south bordering West Bengal and 8,586 meters in the northern peaks between Nepal and Tibet. Jammu and Kashmir, Union Territory. The biggest peaks in Jammu and Kashmir are about 6,000 mts above sea level and divides the Indus Valley from the Kashmir Valley. Uttarakhand. Two peaks exceed 7,500 meters, 13 other peaks exceed 7,000 meters, 89 other peaks exceed 6,500 meters, and at least 100 other peaks exceed 6,000 meters in height. Arunachal Pradesh. The highest point in the state is Kangto, at 7,060 meters. Significance of the Northern Plains. Northern Plain is made up of the alluvial soil brought down by the rivers. This soil is very soft and fertile. Major crops such as wheat, rice, sugarcane, pulses, all seeds, etc. are grown here. This plain is the food ball of India. The land of this plain is soft, leveled and flat. Therefore, wells, tube wells and canals can be dug for irrigation. Due to proper irrigation, it is the largest producer of food grains in India. This plain gets sufficient rainfall. There are many rivers, streams, and lakes. The climate of the northern plains is very cold in winter and very hot in summer. This is one of the most thickly populated plain of the world. The most thickly populated states of India, Uttar Pradesh and Bihar, lie in this plain. The significance of Himalayas is as follows. The Himalayas stand like a mighty mountain wall in the north of India. They separate the Indian subcontinent from the rest of Asia. They have vast snowfields and glaciers which are the source of numerous perennial rivers. These rivers provide water for irrigation, navigation, and generation of hydel power. The Himalayas act as a climatic barrier. They protect the northern plains from freezing cold winds. The forests in the Himalayas provide a suitable habitat for wildlife. They also have many wildlife sanctuaries. The Himalayas also have many beautiful hill stations like Shimla, Mussoorie, Nainital, and Darjeeling, which attract tourists. Each region complements the other and makes the country richer in its natural resources. The mountains are the major source of water and forest wealth. The northern plains are the granaries of the country. They provided the base for early civilizations. The plateau is a storehouse of minerals, which has played a crucial role in the industrialization of the country. The coastal region and island groups provide sites for fishing and port activities. Thus, the diverse physical features of the land have immense future possibilities of development.